Hello my dear students, as we are studying the fluid mechanics through these video lectures. So now I am starting our new topic, that is flow through the pipes. In case of the laminar flow, we are studying some applications of the laminar flow here. Some scientists, they have worked on this and they have derived certain relations to find the velocity distribution, shear stress distribution, and pressure drop equations, discharge equations in terms of the velocity by assuming some assumptions like that flow is a laminar flow. First one assumption is flow is a laminar flow and flow is a steady flow here. Flow is a steady flow means parameters are not varying with respect to the time here. And the next one, here we are considering only two kinds of the forces when the fluid is flowing inside the pipe. One is a pressure force, that is Fp, and another one is that is a shear force, that is a F tau here. And the self weight of the fluid element is neglected because the fluid element is very small, so therefore the self weight here neglected here. Self weight of the element is neglected because it is very small for the derivation here, so that's why self weight is neglected. Only two forces are considered, one is a pressure force, another one is shear force here in this case. And flow is taking place along the streamline, that is also the one assumption what we can take here now. And the in this flow through the pipes, the scientist Hagen-Poiseuille has derived the equation for the pressure drop. That equation is called as the Hagen-Poiseuille equation here now. As I am this video, I am reconstructing due to that heavy that weightage has happened in case of the earlier video here now. So now we will start the derivation by the force balancing in case of the fluid through the pipes here now. So before going to that, just I will take this as a one small fluid element here. This is a one small fluid element. So this fluid element in the pipe. So this is the pipe here. Yes. And this is the axis of the pipe here. And as I am assuming one small that fluid element here, this is a one small that fluid element here, and radius of this pipe is capital R. It is the radius of this pipe here now. Fluid is taking place in this direction here now. It is a flow direction here now, and fluid is coming out here now in this direction. And from the central axis, it is the radial direction, small r, it is a radial that direction here now. And at the central axis, the r, small r is 0. At the surfaces, small r is equal to capital R, because that is a surface here now, capital R. That is the boundary conditions, geometrical boundary conditions here now. And this small element, it is having a radius small r here. R direction is different, and this small element, it is having a radius of small r, and this small cylindrical element, it is having width is dx here. Dx is the small the width of this fluid, cylindrical fluid element. So because this fluid flow is taking place through the pipe, that's why the fluid element has to take a cylindrical element. Very important here. So when the fluid is taking place over the flat plate, then we are referring Cartesian coordinates like x, y, z here. Here the fluid flow is there, it is flow the circular pipe. So therefore we have to apply a cylindrical coordinate systems here. So what is the meaning here now? So here meaning is the velocity is not varying with respect to y direction. Here is the r direction, radial direction. That's why the velocity variation has to take in a radial direction. What is this one where we are considering here? In case of the Newton's law of viscosity, here now tau is equal to mu into dou u divided by dou y is there here. So here is y is what here now? Y is the vertical that direction, y direction in case of the flat plate here now. But here this is not a flat plate, this is the cylindrical or a circular pipe. That's why the velocity is varying along the radial direction. That means here our aim is to replace this y by small r. That is one difference in this derivation will taking place here now. So now as this is a cylindrical small element, just like assume that this is a one cylindrical small element here now. As I have mentioned here now, this is the dx here. Small, that width of this element is dx here, and the radius is, this is the radius of the small element. Small r is the radius here now. So next, what are the two forces are acting here now? First, one pressure force here, it is acting at the left side face, left face of this small element here, pressure force here now. What is this pressure force? That pressure force is equal to, how we are taking this one now? Pressure is equal to force upon area, Fp, pressure force upon, this is the area here now. So therefore pressure force Fp is equal to, it is a pressure into area. Area of what? Area which is perpendicular to the direction of the flow, that area has to be taken. What is this area? How we can take this area? This area is pi r square, or else pi by 4 into d square in terms of diameter. In terms of radius, it is pi r square. So therefore it is pressure P into pi r square. So therefore at the left side the pressure force is P into pi r square here now. This side. And this side always the pressure, it is in compressive in nature. So therefore in this opposite that direction here, the pressure force, it will be found by the Taylor's law of expansion here now. That is a mathematics here now. How to find out? The differentiate along this positive x direction here now, flow direction here now. How we are differentiating this one now? First, in this face at the right face here at the right face here now. So it is P into pi r square plus here differentiate this pressure, differentiating this pressure, dou divided by dou x, dou of P into pi r square into how much distance has to differentiate? Into dx here. Into dx has to differentiate. This is the pressure force at the right face of this one. Both are in opposite direction, compressive in nature here now. This is about pressure force. And another one force is what here now? Another one force is shear force. Shear force is acting where? It is acting on this surface here now. Pressure force here and here. Shear force is acting on this surface here now. So therefore how to find out the shear force here now? Shear force we are finding, it is always this shear force is there. It is opposite to the fluid flow because it is a resistive force here now. So therefore we are showing the direction opposite to the fluid flow direction here now. So therefore the shear stress into shear area, not perpendicular area, shear area. This is the shear area. How to find out the shear area? This perimeter 2 pi r into this width 2 pi r into dx, it will gives you the total shear area here now. It is 2 pi r into dx here now. So now what we have? Two forces we have. Now one is a pressure force at the left side, left face, P into pi r square. Other side the pressure force at the under one left side here now, right side here now, and the shear force at this one. Now this fluid element is there, it is under equilibrium here now. So therefore under equilibrium, just we are equating that equilibrium condition. So we are equating these forces here now. How we are equating here now? For equilibrium of forces here, first I will take pressure force here now, P into pi r square, that is minus subtract of this one, because in this direction, flow direction, we are taking positive, opposite to the flow direction we are taking negative here now. So therefore it is minus P pi r square minus dou P pi r square divided by dou x into dx. So next minus here, that is the shear force here, tau 2 pi r into it is dx is equal to 0 here. Now it is equilibrium condition. Now you will simplify this equation totally. So what this one of P pi r square, this P pi r square will gets cancelled here now. So what is left here? Here we have minus dou P pi r square here divided by dou x into dx minus tau 2 pi r into dx is equal to 0 here. So what is the common things are there here? Some constants are also there. We can take it out from the differentiation and we can cancel it here. What are that one now? Here pi will get cancelled, dx and dx will gets that cancelled here now. So what is left here now? So just I will write it here, the whatever that are left here now, just I will write it. So it is minus here dou P divided by dou x into pi got cancelled here now, P, here it is r square is there, under one r square it is left, minus tau 2 into r is equal to 0 here now. So now 1r will also gets cancelled here now, minus dou P divided by dou x into r minus tau into 2 here now is equal to 0 here. So now we can simplify it here now. So now it is 2 tau here, if I take that side, is equal to here minus dou P divided by dou x here into r here. Again if I simplify here now, tau is equal to minus dou P divided by dou x into here r divided by 2 here. So this is the relation what we are getting here in this case here. That is one really important relation. After force balancing we are getting, what is this? Tau is equal to minus dou P by dou x into r by 2. So next tau is what here now? Tau is by Newton's law, tau is equal to mu into dou u divided by dou y actually. This y has to be replaced by radial direction as I have discussed here now. How to replace it? We know that r is equal to y plus r here, because y is varying and r is varying. This capital R is radius of the pipe is constant here now. If I differentiate it, differentiation of this constant is 0, differentiation of this y is dou y, differentiation of this r is plus, it is a dou r here now. So therefore dou y is equal to minus dou r here now. So therefore this tau is becomes here now, tau is equal to mu into, it is minus will comes here now, minus here because minus dou r is there, minus mu dou u divided by dou r. Now this relation tau is equal to minus dou u by dou r is there, that this one has to be substituted here in this case. So after substitution, next we are continuing the next equations. Actually I am reconstructing this video because of the heaviness in case of the memory. So therefore the continuation will be taken in the next video lecture, that is already done here now. Please go through it accordingly. This will continues up to that Hagen-Poiseuille flow. Thank you very much.